Whenever June rolls around, you know it's time to talk about safety. So let's turn to two leaders in the field, Ansel and Squincher. Kim, we'll start with you. Promoting safety in the workplace is always a big deal, but there's an extra emphasis on it during June Safety Month. How can Ansel help?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kurt. As a leader in the safety industry, we take obviously June Safety Month very seriously, and hand protection and injuries are one of the top three OSHA recordables. So it's a great time. We always see like an uptick in June for our guardian assessments. And for those of you who don't know what a guardian assessment is, it's our hand protection assessment that we do. Personal assessment for the customers. We're able to reduce injuries. We can reduce injuries up to 65%. We've saved over $170 million in costs of customers in the last 15 years we've been doing this. And it's a great opportunity to really take a look at a customer's application, understand their needs, and offer some innovation and hopefully reduce some of their injuries and drive compliance for them.
You came prepared with statistics. I love that. Thank you very much. John, I'm going to turn my attention to you now and ask, kind of in the same vein, what are Squincher's strategies for keeping employees safe and hydrated?
It really encompasses more than many people understand these days on how important hydration is, right? And frankly, we think, of course, we're a little biased, that hydration is the foundation of safety, right? We can put lots of different protection equipment on, right, individuals, but if they're not properly hydrated to start with, accidents can still happen. So that's where we start with hydration as the foundation of safety, getting workers home, right, each and every day. And really, we start that with how much water does the body need, right? That's one of the big things that many Americans are taking a lot of attention to or paying attention to these days is water intake, right? And that's what we train on and educate on.
And you're talking about water, and I think the question is always, how much do you need? I'm going to err on the side of too much.
You know what? You're a good man for doing that, and a lot of people can't drink that gallon above of water a day there, Kurt. So keep after it, and put some Squincher in there, and you'll be a lot better.
So let's dive a little bit deeper on both fronts now. Kim, let's go back to you for this one. Can you describe Ansel's approach to creating and implementing, I suppose, so creating and implementing safety protocols?
Sure. It starts with the assessments, as I said. So the Ansel Guardian will come in and take a look at the applications and review with the customer some of their pain points and the issues. And maybe there's a particular place in the plant that needs to be addressed as far as hand protection or PPE. And then once we agree with a customer, we show them some solutions, we'll come back and we can do training so we can drive compliance and company and employee morale through training. And we can also provide hand protection or glove boards. So basically what that entails is once a customer kind of selects which safety or PPE they want, we'll actually design a special co-branded board for them. And we'll put that at the front of the plant or their area department. And then they can basically see what items or what gloves they should be wearing for those particular job tasks. So that's kind of how we drive not only the protocols, but also the morale, because employees really feel valued at that point because they're able to give some input on what they like and how it feels. And frankly, that's Ansel's strength, is that premium comfort technology type piece of PPE.
Okay, sounds good. John, let's jump to you quick. Hydration is crucial year round, but since it is June Safety Month, let's talk a little bit about how Squincher can help, especially in high temperature work environments.
Kurt, you're spot on in that hydration is crucial, year round.
Sure.
But how do we help in high temperature environments? We start with online assessments, similar to what Kim had mentioned that they typically do, right? We get into the customer. We look at water, distance from workers, where it is, what are they doing, how are they dispensing it. So it starts with our online assessments. Then, the most important thing to do, right, in our book is training and education. So it starts with early and often proper training regarding hydration, at the end user site. Or via webinars or videos like we're doing here today. So then we add in our visual communication aspect. there's a lot of good products on the marketplace, but not all of them have the visual communication tools, the posters, the P charts, and the like to reinforce what we train, right? We add in videos, Squencher University, white papers, all kinds of great materials to ensure that the end user knows what's going on in those hot environments and when it's high temperature and what to do, Kurt.
John, I know that Squincher University is a thing, which means that I need to graduate from there.
Look forward to your attendance. At one point about that, dude, you challenged it now. You can only get one answer wrong.
Challenge accepted. Kim, I'm going to jump over to you. And how does Ansel measure the effectiveness of its safety initiatives?
That's a great question, and one that we kind of think about all the time for our customers, right? So our effectiveness is, the customer satisfaction. When we go in and we do an assessment, are we addressing their issues, whether that's standardization, whether that's production and recordables, whether it's morale. A lot of times customers are really personal about their PPE and especially their gloves. And if you give them a really premium product and something that lasts longer that they really like to wear, sometimes they'll go home and wash it. They really love that glove. So we measure our effectiveness, I believe, through customer satisfaction. And along with that, hopefully recordables go down, compliance goes up, and company morale. If they feel like they're getting a great product, they feel like that their company really cares about them. So I feel like that's probably a good indicator for us if what we're doing is working.
I completely agree. If recordables are going down, win. If compliance is going up, win. If your people are happy wearing what they're supposed to be wearing, extra win.
Right.
So this next question is for John. It might be a little too broad, so reel me back in if needed. But how does Squincher support safety and health in the workplace?
We look forward to really helping ensure that proper hydration is present, right, with those visual communication tools. And we're getting really down to the productivity of that worker, right? That's what we're trying to accomplish. It is hard to measure in our case, right? I mean, when you look at productivity, we can say that workers are XYZ, but at day's end, it's hard to measure that productivity is up. But we literally do what Kim mentioned too. If there's no OSHA recordables, for a hydration incident, that's a measurement, right? That's how we measure at day's end whether we're doing the job. Satisfaction with the product, using our tools and visual communications, making sure that they don't have a recordable incident is really the ultimate goal. And frankly, we're one of the few safety products, if I'm not mistaken, the only safety product you can literally drink and taste. So we win by taste. And that's what's got us, from the second oldest electrolyte beverage to being the top spot right now and being the hunted, frankly.
I absolutely love hearing it. John, that makes perfect sense. However, John and Kim, I have taken enough of your time. Thanks for talking today.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure, Kurt. And hey, I just want to wrap up by saying, your Fastenal team your Fastenal safety team is ready to go when it comes to delivering proper hydration solutions. So please reach out to them and make sure that you're asking for their support and our support to implement that hydration program. So thanks again for the time today as well.